Alright everybody, today we are on my 2021 KTM Freeride EXC, and we're just gonna do little trails, ripping up my woods, trying to cut some new stuff in. Haven't had this bike for too long, not a lot of seat time on it, but it is fun, let me tell you. Almost instant power, so silent. Really, it's pretty torquey, pretty fast. For what a lot of people say, it's underpowered, but I think it's pretty good. It's really super light too. It's just a lot of fun. But got a lot of woods to conquer this year and a few races to do. And this is gonna be my proving grounds, my training. So I'm gonna try to get a little early start next couple weeks and clean it up and get some nice trails going throughout here. A little circuit setup maybe. But we're just gonna have some fun. Just rip some stuff up. Maybe get into some trouble here and there. All right, not too bad. I've got a kind of a track in mind, but it's gonna take a good weekend to really clean some trails up, set something up nice. So far I've just messed around and ripped stuff up, haven't done much setting up. Thing's not like too peppy, especially from a dead stop, but once it's going, I mean it's definitely got power, and it'll lift the front wheel up if you're going uphill. But yeah, dead stop power is nothing like a gas bike or a Stark, I'm sure. It just takes half a second to a second to really engage, but once it's going, it's going. See how we do on this hill here. Over here. But I'm thinking about trying this as my new hair scramble bike. We'll see. Got a race at the end of this month, first race of the season. If I still have this thing, I'm gonna race it. Man, full charge on high power mode should get me through a 45-minute race. Well, we're gonna test it. We're gonna find out, you know. Oh, I like this cut. Big rock or something back there almost got me. All right, I'll take a different line this time. Yeah, as you can tell, it's pretty messy up here. There are so many down trees, logs, sticks. It really needs cleaned up bad, but I guess it adds to the excitement a little bit more. You really got to be on your toes, watching out, trying not to hit stuff. Okay, I went that way. It's a lot to cut over. Let's see, where does this go? It'd be nice to take this thing on a enduro race, but I just know it wouldn't last. Those races are really long. I mean, 50 to 70 miles sometimes, and I think this thing only has about a 20-mile range, especially if you're riding it hard. So there's just no way it would work on an enduro race. I'm excited to take it to the track one time too. I'm not a big track guy, but every once in a while I'll go out and hit some big jumps and stuff. I feel like it could hold its own. I mean, its suspension's soft. It's definitely undersized for a full-size bike, but not super heavy. I'm about 180 pounds on a good day with gear on, so it's probably a little small for me, but it'll make do. Ooh. Oh yeah. So you got the grunt to get that hill, but this doesn't have the power to really ring out and get going fast. Once you start on the incline, you really need a head start if you're gonna go really fast up a hill. But honestly, if you're a beginner getting into dirt bike scene in general, you want something that's super easy to ride, low maintenance, really super cost effective too. And you can get these things used for pretty cheap. I got mine for really cheap, but yeah, for a big beginner bike, I would totally recommend this to somebody, because you don't have to worry about a clutch. You just push the throttle and go. There's 3 power modes. For me, 1 and 2 are pretty much useless. They don't offer anything. Ooh, that's a barbed wire fence. But I can see as a beginner using those, you know, to learn how to ride a bike for the first time. See, I know there's a little tiny jump around here somewhere. Let's go find it. Just for, I guess. Oh. Oh. It's a nice thing too, you don't have to, well, usually worry about restarting it, but I think I hit my kill switch off. For, I was gonna say, for comparison is other bikes I've had, and I guess I'm used to, I've had a few, but my main bike that I really started riding enduro air scrambles was a YZ250 2021, and man, 252 stroke gas bike, it's just a whole different world. That thing was, it's like holding on to a wild horse that you just, a horsefly bit in the butt, you know, it just wants to go. So it's a lot different, you know, this thing's so much underpowered, but I've had a YZ250 and a KTM 300. I've ridden both of them for at least a season, 2 seasons on the YZ, and have quite a bit of time on either. Whew. And then of course I've had some 4 strokes. I've had 2 450s, but that was when I was early on in my riding career. So I don't really have too much to say about them. I got some experience on a KTM 350. I had one of them for a little short period, and that bike was one of my favorites. As far as just being a really balanced package, plenty of power, but it's all useful. Oh, and you can just rev the crap out of them. Of course you can with the two-stroke too, but as far as comparing this to a gas bike, I don't really know. I mean, the power comparison is very easy. It's simple. It doesn't compare with power. As far as handling and controls, unless you do some modifications, you have to deal with front rear brake, and then of course the smaller suspension setup. But man, this thing's so nimble in the woods, so light. You kind of just float, you glide, and even with the power that's a little bit less than a gas bike, you can easily keep up with the gassers in the woods. As long as you keep it pinned and you're flowing. I was actually out here. I have a vintage, a 97, if you can call it vintage, I guess, RM 250. And that's kind of just, that was the first time I was riding it. I rebuilt it and everything. And just doing a little comparison, and yeah, that bike's really fast, but I was kind of cooking myself with this compared to the RM in the woods. It seemed like I was way faster, way more comfortable. Everything was better, except for the power. I think it's right over here. Finally find that jump I was talking about. Oh, I see it. It's up there. I've got a semi-track set up out in my field, but it's so wet and muddy I can't really ride that. Woohoo! Oh yeah, I think I bottomed her out there. There's a lot of people online and videos I've seen, people complain about the brakes and them being undersized, especially the rear brake. But really, I mean, I don't know how much stopping power you want, because it locks up the brakes. Of course, I'm not a pro rider. Pretty much just my hobby. But I would say from the factory, this bike's set up without needing none modifications. You just get on it and go. I mean, the rear brake is definitely something I could see a lot of people not liking. I have no issues with it being on the lever. You grab it and it locks it right up. Gives you a little bit more foot control, I feel like. The seat, if you're doing enduro or hard trail riding, if you could get a seat replacement, it'd be nice. Something a little bit softer. But the moto guys, they shoot. Oh, don't even be on your seat. Sometimes it's nice to sit down. Oh, the biggest thing, forgot to mention. The biggest, number one thing, as soon as you would get one of these bikes, if you get it new, change the tires. It comes with these junky enduro type tires. They're pretty soft, but they just don't keep up. I got Dunlop on the front and on the rear. I don't know what they are, but having a good set of knobby tires it makes the biggest difference. Airing them down. You can run a Moose if you want to. I don't really like to buy Mooses, but I would run it if I had it. Otherwise, yeah, I mean, let's take a look at this thing. It's so tiny, but it just works. I mean, there's really nothing to do for modifications wise, I would think, foot pegs maybe, grips, levers, simple stuff. And then if you want to do performance upgrades, it's tires, brakes, and I don't know what else you could do, your suspension. Otherwise, a big thing that would be nice, I don't have one because I'm not spending the money, would be have an extra battery. If you had an extra battery, you could get, I mean, a really good day's worth of riding on the trails. Oh, that'd be nice, but I don't plan on keeping this thing that long to where batteries in my budget for it. Another thing is, if you want one of these bikes, this one is for sale. I know I talked about riding and racing this year, which I will, but if I sell it, I'm gonna sell it. You know, if you bring me, right now I see a lot of dealers, this one's almost brand new. It's only got 180-ish miles on it. Dealers want $6 grand-ish out the door, 5,500. This one's practically brand new. It's got nice tires on it, ready to go. 4,200 bucks. Leave me a comment if you want it. I'm in mid-Ohio. She's ready to go. Otherwise, I'm gonna keep this thing, keep ripping it. Oh man, I about took it over wheeling it right there. I haven't got the front end up that far before. Alright, we'll go down to the field. We'll get a top speed. I think this thing does about 40 something mile an hour top speed. Which is, I don't know, it's enough. I mean, what kind of races you're going to be going over 40 mile an hour over a long period of time where you could really ride this thing and catch up to those guys that are beating you in the straights if you're a good rider, which is what I plan on doing. Yeah, I guess going back to the other thing is, as far as I've seen with the market for these things, I see them at dealers quite a bit, but not a lot of private sellers. So it either tells me there's not that many of them, or people liking them enough that they don't want to sell them. And if people are selling them, other than me, they want an outrageous amount of money for it. So I'm not really sure what the jig is. Alright, let's see how fast we can get going here. Right there I hit 37, I think. I mean, that's moving. That's pretty quick. Gotta be careful down here in this mud. mean, yeah, it's pretty quick. It gets up and goes. Let's see here. Gotta get a good jump in over here. Jump sneak reface so bad. And then I landed at it on after the bigger. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could see why people want better rear brakes. They're riding out and they're going fast and they're stopping hard, but for trails riding, technical stuff in the woods, I don't think you really need it. Alright, let's do a top speed here. 45, 47, 48, 49. Oh, so close. 49 mile an hour. Oh, dog is taking a dude. Let's do uphill. In the mud hole. I could be wrong, but I think they updated this bike this year. I don't know if it has a better battery or more power. I think it might. But if they could get, I mean, it'd be a lot to ask for, but even 25% more power, this thing would be an all-time bike. I mean, at least for me in my eyes. I mean, it's close. It's on the edge of being a fantastic bike. But if you could get that low end off the gate, you know, just get up, go. I would definitely just race this bike over anything else. I don't know. Maybe I'm just excited, and it's more of a new beginner's mentality. Not beginner, but new owners. Like, it's fresh to me. I haven't had this thing for too long. Could be that. Oh, there's Kitty. Let's go get her. Alright, we got a nice trail over here we haven't hit yet. This one's a little choppy. Gotta try not to tear up the yard. Let's go. Whoa! See if she can do it. Come on! Oh, she's got it. I almost biffed it there. Lost a little control. That's another thing too, is this bike does not make you tired. I mean, no arm pump, no nothing. You just squeeze it with your legs. You know, it's super easy to control, maneuver. know, something about going uphill is so much fun. I need to take this up to my mom's house. She's got probably the biggest hill in the area to try to go up something. I've never been able to get up on anything, at least the one side. That'll be the one to conquer. So let's check here and see how much battery we've used so far. So far it's got 3 bars, right? It's down to 2. That doesn't mean it's at 30 or 60% power. I don't believe. So if we open this, it's got a little cheat sheet right there. So, whoa. 1 is 100 to 70. 2 is 70 to 50. 3 is 50 to 30. And then yellow is 30 to 20. Yellow turns red, it's 20 to 10. Flashing red, it's pretty much dead. So we're still from 50 to 70% battery, and we've been riding for a little while. I'd say that's pretty impressive. But I think that'll do it. I think I've done enough yapping, enough talking. Might ride a little bit more, but those are my overall impressions of this thing. I like it. I like it a lot. I would recommend it to anybody if you're a new rider or you're super experienced, and it might be worth giving it a shot. I would guarantee almost anybody would like this bike. I don't know, we'll see what the future holds with it, for me at least. I'll have it for a little while. Hopefully I'll get to race it some, but money's money. I'm always getting new stuff. So, well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you like it, leave a like. If you disliked it, just click off, don't dislike. Leave a comment, let me know what you think. If you own one, tell me about it. Tell me what mods you've done. Tell me what I should do to it. It's a pretty cool machine. And you can get them street legal. This one is off-road title, so it's a few steps. But this one does have a horn. Pretty cool, and a headlight. It's a great bike. Alrighty guys, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.